Alright, the next thing we're going on is living with the land. So this one, I think this is the longest what I've seen for living with the land. It's a 15-minute.
Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, and the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. Just as it may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. Surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its surrounding atmosphere. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicine, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. At work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water. In Japan, we're learning that by mixing these and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals. Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for chemical pesticides by breeding and using natural predators, like ladybugs and wasps, to control pests. In the farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times.
What do we have over here? Dragon fruit.
Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways
There's
to
rice
produce
from
powerful
Thailand.
harvests now and into the future.
Macadamia.
The
Orchids.
tropics are home to
Java
the greatest
apple.
diversity of plants on the planet. Many
Pitcher
of
plant,
these, like
salad.
papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice,
Papaya.
are well known around the world.
Ginger.
These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions.
Water lily. More dragon
Some,
fruit.
like the water lilies, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this
Here's
plant,
a black
even
pepper,
the flower petals, are
African
edible.
blue
The
basil.
starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking.
Vanilla. Fluted pumpkins.
One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the
Cassava.
bananas growing on both sides of the boat.
The source of tapioca.
More
Bananas.
than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Up here, it's like their fish farm. Right? It's like the fish farm. Yep. They got tilapia on this side and sturgeon on the other side.
When you mention farming, you probably
Hybrid
know about
bass.
fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia,
Oh, it's in
bass,
there.
and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers.
Channel
The
catfish over
sustainable
here.
system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year.
And then in this one over here, they have
Our
hybrid
small fish farm
bass.
produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect
Tilapia,
natural resources.
fresh shrimp, freshwater shrimp. There's a Mickey in there. Got corn. They got lemongrass on this side.
While
They
there are
got
more
corn
than
over here.
50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar
Cotton.
with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common
Buddha
grains
ham
growing
back in the
here,
back.
wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these
Pomegranate.
staples is an important goal of research around the world.
Daylily, wheat, sorghum, sesame, passion fruit.
Got the passion fruit cheesecake with macadamia nuts.
There's basil,
What? Passion cake.
Oh yeah, I've
These
had it.
plants
Sugar
are
cane.
definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase
Eggplant.
yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and
Here they have
pesticides. Another
cayenne.
innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that
Have
prey on harmful pests
grapes,
like aphids and flies,
bitter
we're
melon,
significantly reducing our reliance on
transplanting.
conventional pesticides. We're growing
And they
these
got
crops using
lettuce.
our nutrient film system. This technique precisely
they're doing
controls and
for-
recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
They got squash and chickpeas over here. They got more lettuce.
Some of our best ideas have been
Tomatoes.
inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the Land every year.
Cucumbers. Microgreens. Mixed vegetables. Basil, rosemary. This one's kind of hard to read. Lavender.
The future of
Here they
agriculture
have
may
integrated
include innovative
agriculture.
ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab,
Cabbage over
Epcot
here.
scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants.
All right, so that was
And it
living with the
wasn't her,
Land,
it
the
was the
Land
daughter.
Pavilion. So as for that, I'll catch you on the next adventure.